Hey guys, so right now it's a very unusual time to start recording. I think almost midnight, but there's some things I just kind of want to like about and get off my chest since I've decided I want to try and do this whole moving hoopla whatnot type series thing. I don't really know, but I figured I shouldn't only show you the good parts and the fun parts, so to say, such as like moving there and the unpacking and like the, you know, the fun stuff people usually post about. I need to be straight up honest with you guys and tell you all the downfalls, all my worries, all my doubts, etc. So let's go ahead and get started. My camera's gonna die soon, so I hope it doesn't die, but if it does die at some point, I might have to resume this in the morning. If you guys are watching this video, that means that I uploaded the last video, which was the iMovie video. So I guess that means this is really happening if you guys watch this video. So basically, I currently have not posted that video yet. It's still like it's all ready to be published and all I have to do is press public and then it'll go out to you guys, but I haven't done that yet because I've had lots of worries, lots of doubts that I'm making the wrong decision, and that I kind of explained in my last video, but my original plan was just to stick it out through Missouri State for the whole years and then officially start my life in Florida. You know, as soon as I get my diploma, all that stuff, then I can finally begin my career, my life in Florida. That was the original plan, but I'm being stupid and wanting to mess everything up, mess up my future. But one of the reasons why I feel like I want to do that is just because I feel like everyone has some big story whenever they're like, you know, around my age. Like they're like, oh, I moved across the states, I don't know, like got into an apartment with my friends, I, you know, did all this fun stuff, right? But I'm 19, I'm still living at home with my mom, and I don't know, it just doesn't feel enough for me anymore. And I feel like Missouri, it's just not enough for me anymore. I feel like it's weighing me down more than helping me succeed. So, camera died, like I suspected, but I charged it for a little bit and now I'm back, so we can continue. So last where I left off, I was talking about how I just absolutely am done with Missouri. I hate living here. I've lived here pretty much my entire life. I grew up here. I moved here when I was about 3 years old, so really I don't remember anything else from where I last lived. So it's literally everything I just remember from Missouri in general. There's just so much to do. I don't know if I don't really want to sugarcoat it and just be like, this is it, like we did all this stuff, we're done, right? But it's just in the spring semester of college in April, I enrolled in my classes for the 2019 fall schedule, and I'm still enrolled in those classes. I haven't dropped out of my classes yet. I haven't told my boss I'm quitting and moving to Florida. I haven't done any of that stuff, and time's a ticking, and I kind of gotta get going with that. But just that right now, I feel like I have just so much like I don't even know how to like explain it. Just honestly, like doubt is what I really call it. Like I don't want to go through this whole thing and just be like, oh my gosh, drop my classes, quit my job, and then end up just like staying here for some reason and like doing something weird. I don't know. So a kind of a little extra information that I didn't mention in my last video is that we have not put our house up for sale just yet. We're in the process of doing that. We've only barely started talking to realtors about how much they think our house would be worth and how much we'd be getting and just all of that stuff like that. So I know for a fact that right now my choice is either like A, stay in Missouri and continue going to the job I have right now, continue college until I graduate, get my diploma, move to Florida, because regardless my future is Florida. My future is Florida. Or B, drop out my classes, quit my job, move to Florida. And so here's where it gets a little tricky. So it depends how quickly our house sells. I know houses, it's completely random how long it takes to sell a house. Like it could take weeks, it could take months, it could even take years, but I'm not too concerned about that aspect because my mom, she has a friend who lives in Florida who we always stay with them whenever we go and we visit Florida, and she talked to her friend and her friend said that she would be more than happy to let me stay over at their place while I'm getting a full-time job, kind of like getting myself comfortable with living in Florida, and my mom would stay here and she would handle all of the house selling bonanza because my mom is moving to Florida with me. Our plan was to live together for a while until things kind of settled and I, you know, found my way out. But so yeah, that was the original. So that's what the plan is. It's so, like I said, either stay in Missouri or drop out of college, quit my job, and then most likely move in with my mom's friend, get probably like a full-time paying job. And yeah, sorry, I'm cold, that's why I'm like shaking and my words are starting to go So it's kind of like there's not really much to lose because I'm not for sure just yet if my mom's friend's gonna make me pay rent or not, which I completely would do if I had to pay rent. Like honestly, like I get it, but like that I'm not worried about that. But the main thing I'm worried about is just college and like trying to get everything to transfer, because like one of the other reasons is that right now like the classes I'm taking this semester are specifically based on my major, and I don't know how well those are going to transfer. Like I'm almost 100% positive that they won't transfer to any college I go to, but before that, like all I've really taken is only gen eds, which I feel like the majority of those should transfer. If a couple of them don't, I guess that's okay, I can just retake a couple classes. But that's why right now I feel like if I'm gonna do this, it's either now or like after I graduate. But I just feel like there's not really too much to lose, I feel like, because I don't know, I'm fairly confident that I would be able to find a full-time paying job, at least something easy like retail store or like fast food or like waitressing, or just, you know, something that most young teenagers get a job pretty easily at, and then I could just kind of like make ways meet. I don't know, but like I said, college is my main concern because the main reason why I'm not like going straight into jumping straight into college when I move to Florida is, well, first of all, it's too late to apply to any colleges. Like it's July, almost August, so I definitely wouldn't get accepted anywhere or be able to attend classes just yet. I could possibly like attend during the spring, but honestly any college I go to, like literally out-of-state tuition is insane. It's like you literally have to pay for it, like I think it's like 3 times the normal amount or something ridiculous. So it's like I'd be paying for basically staying at college for like 3 years for only 1 year, which I think is ridiculous. So I personally think it'd be better to move there, stay there for a year, maybe a little bit longer, because I don't know if I'll be able to apply quite after a year, but for sure after I'm there for long enough, then apply to different colleges and just try to get back on my feet, I suppose. But that's currently what the plan is. But main thing that I'm worried about is like financial aid, because you guys probably don't know this about me and I feel kind of embarrassed talking about it on camera, but currently like I'm getting through college by like student loans, which is like a very like normal thing for you know, college students to be going through. But I'm just very afraid that if I start like working a full-time job or like working in Florida, all this stuff, that I'm going to lose some of the loans and some of like the grants or like whatever that I'm receiving right now for college. And that's what worries me the most, because I don't know how I'm going to financially be able to support myself through college if I make this decision. That's the main thing that I'm very much worried about, because anything financial wise I'm very worried about, because I definitely like to be that type of person that's like, I have said much in my bank account which should cover said much and still have extra. I always want to make sure that I have, that I'm like, I'm the type of person who I can never have my bank account go below a certain number, but I'm always very like, nope, can't go below there, stuff like that. I don't know why I'm really like going completely into depth about this, but basically anything financial wise is just, it kind of makes me nervous. I feel like it makes everyone nervous though, so it's kind of a normal thing, but it's fine. I don't know how long this video is gonna be or like anything of that sort, but another thing is that I think I've told you guys my job. I don't know, maybe, I don't remember if I told you my last video or not, but my current job right now that I'm gonna have to quit soon is I'm currently a gymnastics coach. I think I barely mentioned that, but I'm currently a gymnastics coach, and the boss who I have, I've literally known her forever, ever since I started gymnastics. Like my family's been very close to her. She's almost like a family friend. She goes to the same church as us. It's like she's very like, my job, all the people I work around, I swear, I feel like they're my family. Like I've known them for so many years. Like I don't know how I'm going to leave them, but I mean, it's gonna like, I'm not gonna be able to fly if I'm being held down, and that's kind of what I feel like it is right now. It's like, yes, I love all these people that I'm working around, and yes, I absolutely adore everything I do, like with my work. Like I love the kiddos I work around, I love my coworkers who are pretty much like my friends, but I feel like they're holding me down in the sense that I don't get to actually live where I really want to live and get to explore all the possibilities that I would like to. So it's like, I feel like I gotta let them go to be able to fly and do whatever I want. Oh my gosh, you guys can tell I'm getting a little emotional talking about this because it does break my heart knowing that I'm gonna have to leave them, whether they believe it or not, because they're pretty much gonna hate me after I leave. But as I was saying, oh my gosh, I keep on just like coming up with different stories to come by in like the middle of what I'm really trying to say. Basically, every fall and summer schedule, we completely switch our schedule over and we have different classes, different times, just everything's kind of like refresher, like everything kind of just jumbles around, right? Currently, we're still in our summer schedule and my boss is going to start making the fall schedule literally like tomorrow. She said she's really gonna work on it and I haven't told her I'm leaving yet. I need to tell her soon, or I need to decide if I'm going or not going, like literally tonight, basically. Well, actually, I think I'm gonna talk to her. I'm gonna try to talk to her on Wednesday, maybe, or something like that. But basically, I have to tell her I'm not gonna be there for the fall session, which is gonna be really difficult because, like, I do a lot of stuff for my work. One day, I'm just gonna make a whole sit-down video about my old job and like just tell you guys everything I did working there. Basically, I help with these performance teams who go out and like perform tumbling routines type thing, and I know it's gonna take a lot to try and like get someone else to really work on it, but I don't know, I feel like I'm just like, I feel bad because I feel like I'm telling her all this so last minute, but at the same time I didn't really know much sooner that I was gonna do this, and I haven't completely made up my mind just yet. But honestly, I've been waiting to tell her this whenever I drop out my classes, which I still haven't dropped out of my classes yet. I don't know what to do. If you guys are even watching this video, that means I probably dropped out of my classes by now. But I don't want to stay here anymore. I don't want to stay here anymore. I don't want to live here anymore. I hate it here. But like, it's just gonna take a lot of work. If I'm gonna do it, I have to do it passionately and I have to do it very disciplined, put all my effort into it. I can't just like completely slack off whatever I do. I have to go for it if I'm gonna do it. This is literally a video about me debating about going or not, but it's like seriously what's been on my mind, and I feel like I can't hold it in my head anymore. Like I've kind of talked about it with my mom, but every time I begin to say anything, she completely stresses out and she's like, oh, you're stressing me out. Please stop talking, basically. And I'm like, and then whenever I tell my friends about it, then I tell my mom, I told my friends, and then she like stresses out me more. She's like, why the heck did you tell your friends? None of it's official. But it's like, I need someone to talk to besides literally in my head. But then at the same time, it's like I'm talking to a camera, so it's like it's almost the same thing, but it's like instead of talking in my head, I'm like talking out loud, so it feels like I'm getting more of it out. I don't know. I feel like this is every teenager's life though, in a way, because it's like every teenager just kind of like has all this going around. This video is just me going I don't know. I don't know what to do. This is what I think I'm gonna do. This is what my plan is. I think tomorrow I'm going to call my mom's friend up and I'm gonna talk to her myself. That way she knows I'm more serious about all this stuff. And I'm gonna just for sure like ask her like, hey, I wanna know, like, is it okay if I live with you guys for however long it takes my mom to sell the house and before we get into a new place? I'll just straight up honest with her. Tell her if I need to pay a portion of the bills, if I need to do whatever, like I'm ready for it type thing. And then I'll probably start looking online. I've kind of already looked a little bit, look up online some jobs, some places nearby where they live, and just, you know, kind of, yeah, just do a little bit more research. And then if I'm very for sure that she's okay with it and that everything will work out fine, then I guess I'll just drop my classes officially, which I will be recording when that happens, so you guys will see the exact moment I drop my classes. And then I will keep updating you guys and kind of vlogging about my experience and like how it goes, telling my boss that I'm quitting on her, who's basically like a family friend who I adore so much, and I know she cares about me a lot, and I don't know how she's gonna react to this news, but I will let you guys know. And yeah, we'll see. So this video ended up being longer than I thought it was going to be, so I'm just going to go ahead and end it right here. So I hope you guys kind of stick around for my little journey, and I'll continue to vlog, continue to tell you guys everything that's going on, but I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!